Hello, I am Super Kami Guru Alucard, and welcome to Stephen King Reviews number 20, Roadwork. This is the 20th Stephen King book I read, and the third Richard Bachman book. Grieving over the death of his son and disintegration of his marriage, a man is driven to mental instability as he learns both his home and workplace will be demolished to make way for an interstate highway. Bart, this man, becomes self destructive, takes drugs, has affairs, and consorts with mobsters as he takes a pointless stand against it for nothing. All the while, having mental conversations with his dead son using each other's middle names, which makes the story confusing and hard to follow at times. While this is my second least favorite book, there were still some things that I did like about it. As far as my normal rating, for horror factor, I gave it 5 out of 10. Some real life scares, but more sad than anything, which really weighed it down. The story quality, I gave 6 out of 10, because the character and ruined the story by complaining so much. Apologize for the yelling in the background. That's my stepdad who loves to do that when I'm doing these reviews and pisses me off. For suspense intensity, 6 out of 10 because the end and the Molotov scene has action, and those were quite enjoyable and suspenseful. For memorable characters, I gave it 5 out of 10 because the characters were bland and whiny. The mobsters were probably the most interesting characters, if I'm being honest. So, horror factor 5 out of 10, story quality 6 out of 10, suspense intensity 6 out of 10, and memorable characters 5 out of 10, overall rating of 22 out of 40. As I said, some of it was good, but it lacked the traditional Bachman vibe, which really killed the story. Now, for my final thoughts, this was a book that annoyed me. Because I get that the main guy's going through grief, but he screwed everyone over and ruined other people's lives, even those closest to him, simply out of spite because he just couldn't deal with the pressures of what was going on. Now, I understand he wasn't in his right mind. Having mental disorders myself, I can kind of understand and relate, but I still don't think some of it was necessary because he forms bonds with these strangers who end up pushing him more towards this self destructive path that doesn't really benefit him. So, yeah, overall, that's where it sits with me. Now, of course, out of all the Bachman books, this being my least favorite and well, second least favorite Stephen King book overall, I still say it was worth reading, and I would kind of advise anybody take what I'm saying with a grain of salt because I've seen other people review Roadwork that actually absolutely loved it. And I can kind of understand why because there are some really good points. Like when the climax comes, the climax actually makes the story kind of worthwhile. Plus, the Molotov cocktail scene and the dealing with the mobsters was pretty good. When he's getting the guns is kind of cool. Same as like when he's having the affair and he takes the drugs, although there's kind of more of a sense of pity and sympathy that accompanies those scenes in particular. But yeah. So what happens when one good and angry man fights back is murder, and then some, as the book says in the back. Which that's why I say it's got its points. And overall, like I would say The Long Walk was definitely my favorite of the three in this book, especially because this original copy is out of print. Of course, the neighbor's making noise during my reviews. Everybody in this fucking town is just an asshole and has to fuck up my work lately. Pardon my French, but just keeping it real. And yeah, as I was saying before I lost my train of thought with the banging in the background, yeah, this is an out of print book. It's the only way I'll probably be able to find Rage now because it's out of print without spending a fortune. But at the same time, I actually liked Rage, whereas some people didn't like Rage at all. So, just giving my thoughts. Everybody's different, right? So, With Rage, I actually liked it. Not everybody did. Of course, I was older and more mature to read it, which I think had an impact. The Long Walk, I actually felt was incredible. Really good. Not even just as one of the best Bachman books, but a really great Stephen King story. And then tomorrow's review will be on The Running Man, which they made into the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. I've never seen it, but I've kind of got the summary and the synopsis of what it's about. Quite different from the book. In fact, actually, the book sounds like it would be quite a bit better because it's a lot more action packed, a lot more heartfelt, gut wrenching. There is a pun there. If you read the story, you'll get what I'm saying. But yeah, overall, I look forward to doing that review more than doing today's review, as you could probably tell. But like I said, that's my review of Roadwork. If you don't agree, it's fine. Everybody has their own opinion. But based on what I saw on it, that's my thoughts on it. So till next time, Super Kami Guru Alucard, peace out. And once again, I apologize for all the noise. Everybody just loves fucking up my work lately. Nothing I can do about it. But take care and have a good day, everyone. Peace out. Matane.